This is the Artist Entrepreneur Podcast. We are your hosts, Amanda Ritchie, Noah Dach, and me, Kerry Wee. We're three artists brought together by the love of circus and dance. Amanda from the world of Cirque du Soleil as an aerial soloist. Noah, our academic, and me from the commercial dance world. This is one of the greatest jobs in the world, but it comes with uncertainty. Each episode contains insight on how to pursue art-based businesses. We'll have a variety of guests and have lively weekly Discord. Tune in every week to hear our perspectives on the minefield that is the artist's way of life.
Okay.
I can't understand you through your laughter.
First,
I'm gonna fire you.
This is the one day you can't fire me.
I can't because one time you didn't say goodbye to me.
I did. I always say goodbye.
listen.
The 4th of July, remember?
Oh, that's right. The 4th
Oh,
of
on the
July.
4th.
You left
Oh,
without
yeah,
saying
that
no.
is
She's
true.
right. She's absolutely right.
That is true. She's not wrong.
You're gonna.
But you can't fire me today because I'm on the other side of the world.
Oh, Noah Dach, you got your backpack on.
Hey, good morning from Bangkok, Thailand.
Good morning from Bangkok. It is bright and early 7 a.m. Is that what
It's bright and early 6 a.m.
6 a.m. So you've been like traveling. Like, what is the final destination?
I'm going to Bali today, and I'll be in Bali for 8 days.
Okay, so that is the final destination, but you did like a night in
I
Bangkok.
did a night in Bangkok last night, and then I'll spend 8 days in Bali. I'll do 3 nights in Singapore, and then 1 more night in Bangkok, and then I come home.
Traveling to Southeast Asia is quite far, actually.
It's definitely not close. I'm about to get into a taxi though, so I might have a slight pause in the conversation as I do that.
I think that the title for this one would be like, "Where in the world is Noah?"
I feel like that's basically the title for everything.
Yeah. So because traveling to Thailand makes it feel like LA to Tokyo is a puddle jumper. That's how I felt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like LA to Tokyo, it feels so incredibly easy. Like a 10-hour, boom, you sleep, you have a drink, you have a dinner, watch 3 movies, and it's like over. Well, the one time I went to Chiang Mai, I landed in Tokyo, and then I was like, oh, wow, I did it, so easy. And then it was like 3-hour later and a 9-hour flight to Chiang Mai. I was like, this is brutal.
How long is the flight to Tokyo, did you say?
It was like 10 hours from LA.
10 hours? Yeah, that's not bad.
I mean, it felt easy, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm all the way to Tokyo, and then, realizing you have to go so far southeast.
Honestly, last year I came to Thailand, and we stopped in Singapore on the way. That was the layover. And that actually felt a lot shorter than what I did this time, which was a stop in Korea. I feel like the stop in Korea makes it feel longer.
So you spent a night in Bangkok, and I saw from your stories that it was kind of shut down.
Yeah, so I had basically, because of the flights, it didn't really make sense for me to fly direct, like land in Bangkok and then fly directly to Bali. Like, it just didn't make sense. It was like the difference of like 2 hours in terms of when I would land. And then, I love that you have a glass of wine.
Oh no, it's been a week. No, Doc, it has been a week.
And
this is what's happening right now.
And so I was like, okay, well, if I can put a night in Bangkok on the front and the end of my trip, I'll go to some of the cocktail bars that I visited last time I was here last year, or I'll go to some of the ones that I missed. And so I had planned to go to one of the bars that I had missed. So I booked this hotel that was like in a different area than I stayed in last time. It was near the bar that I had wanted to go to. And literally as I landed in Korea, I like checked like what time the bar opened, and it said closed for the holiday. And I was like, what the hell is this? And
oh
so
man,
apparently I don't exactly know what holiday it was, but it has something to do with the Buddha, and they don't serve alcohol. They don't serve liquor, like, at all.
Oh la la.
And like some restaurants do it, but like they do it in kind of like a sketchy, funny way. Like they'll pour your beer into like a coffee cup, or they have you like keep your beer bottle like underneath the table.
Oh.
And then
Because it's illegal?
it's not illegal, but like it's just like you're not supposed to do it.
Right.
And then, but luckily any of like the cocktail bars at hotels are open because they're hotels.
It's tourism.
So the bar that I really wanted to go to was closed, so I didn't get to go to that. But I'm gonna probably go when I get back at the end of my trip.
Oh, well, there's that. At least you can
Yeah.
do that, because to go all that way and it's something to be closed, it's annoying.
And I did get to go. So this is kind of a funny story. So there's a woman named Jay Fi. She runs basically a restaurant in Bangkok. She has a Michelin star. She's super famous. There's like a Netflix documentary about her now, apparently. But I've heard about her for years. She's like 80 years old. She's the one cook. She makes all the food, and she's famous for this crab omelet. And it's like a very famous food thing. Last time I came to Bangkok, she was only open one night that I was here, and it was the day that I landed. She closes at 7:30. I landed at like 5:15. I got in a cab. I drove straight to her, and I got there. And as I got there, they ran out of the food, and so I didn't get to eat there. And so yesterday, I was like, absolutely not. I'm gonna get this, and that's it. Like, there's no way. I'm missing this. I've waited a year for this meal, and so I was like, if my bar is closed, I'm gonna go get this meal, and I did. It was awesome.
And is it pricey or is it just special?
Honestly, it was a little bit of both.
Okay.
But it was amazing. But yeah, so last night, instead of going to the bar that I wanted to go to, I went to a different one, which was really fantastic. And there was a guest bartender there who was from the Mandarin hotel in Tokyo, and he was doing guest shifts. So I got to meet him, and everyone there was fantastic. And I'm really glad I went. It was great.
Oh my God, I'm going to have to live vicariously through you in my foodie heart.
Yeah. Well, first night in Bangkok was good, and now I'm off to Bali.
And for the listeners, what is the goal, point / all the things of this trip?
Really, goal or a point? Yeah, I mean,
no, living life.
I do this every year. It's a company. I fly with a company that basically does. This is quite a shout out, actually. It's called Rustic Pathways, and they do basically abroad programs for high school students in the summer. So they do.
Oh, you told me about this.
They do travel programs for high school students, and essentially what my flight leader. So my responsibility is that I literally fly with them from Los Angeles to whatever country it is. And I've done this now for 3 years. And what happens is you fly with them, you land in whatever country it is, and then you give them over to their program leaders. They go on their program, and you go do whatever you want. And then when their program is over, you fly back with them, and essentially you get a free flight to wherever it is. They don't pay for anything once you're there. Like, they don't pay for your hotels. They don't pay for, like, if you're going to, whatever you're going to do, that's on you. But they pay for your flight. So, when it comes to a flight to Asia, that's $1,500 to $2,800. That's a big chunk of your trip. And it's a good way to, be able to go travel without necessarily needing to, sell a kidney.
Didn't know you're going to throw that in at the very end. So how many students / young people did you have under your responsibility on
I
this
had
flight?
10 on this one, which is actually the most I have ever had. The last couple of years, I've had like 5 and like 3. It was very, very chill.
Okay, and so where is their destination? Bangkok?
Their destination is Thailand. They tour Thailand quite a bit. I don't usually know what the programs are, but this
Okay.
one they actually took a flight after we got to Bangkok, which is the first time I've ever heard of them doing that. And yeah, so they flew somewhere else in Thailand, and now they spend 2 weeks touring Thailand.
Okay. Did anything happen? Was there any drama? Was there any problems? Did you have to like chase a child / teenager down a jetway?
I did not. However, one of my students did leave their suitcase at Starbucks in the airport.
Oh, that's fun.
And so like we landed in Korea at like 4 a.m, and he went to Starbucks and he comes back and we're sitting there for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And then he stands up and he's
man.
like, "Have you seen my suitcase?" And I was like, "No." And so he like disappears and he's like, "I might have left it at Starbucks." I was like, "Well, you should go figure that out, bud." Like, if this is a lesson you're gonna learn it the hard way.
Was it gone?
No, he found it. It was at Starbucks.
Okay, good.
Because
All
it
right.
was
So
4 a.m.
it
There was
could've
nobody
been
there,
worse.
but like,
There was no one there. Okay. Good thing for that
Yeah.
kid.
but it was a good moment. But no, I've never had anything. Knock on wood. I've never had anything bad happen.
And this is one of Noah's many gigs.
Many gigs.
Many gigs that he takes on.
Arguably, it's not even a gig.
No, it's a gig. You have
I guess so.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's so many programs like this. Like every year we do this, there's like 20 groups going through security doing the same thing. So like there's a lot of companies that do this.
Okay, so when it comes to all your businesses with a capital S, are you on your phone, on your laptop? Did you shut anything down? You're not going to be paying attention to it, or are you going to be paying a lot of attention? What is that going to look like?
So yeah, I think that's probably the good conversation that we should have about entrepreneurship and travel and things like
Yeah,
that.
are you doing it or are you not doing it?
Yeah, I do it. I never stop
Okay.
working. And I think that is one of the reasons why I don't feel like bad about being able to travel. Like I really thought about doing the whole digital nomad thing for a long time. Like I had many years of thinking about doing that, and I still think about doing that. Because I believe it is something that I have the ability to do sometimes. Sometimes I don't feel that way, but most of the time I do. And yeah, I never stop working. So I try not to bring my laptop if I don't need to, but I have an iPad, so I use my iPad for most things. And yeah, I mean, I was sitting at the bar last night and, it was 9:30 a.m. in New York. So I opened my phone and checked out the stock market, and I responded to some emails before I went to bed for red flags. And I have some job applications that I put in, and I paid some invoices. And so there's always things that I can do and things that I can keep working on while I'm traveling, and there's no reason to feel like, oh, I'm sending a out of the office email response. Like there is no out of the office. There's just in a different office, I guess, or in a different part of the world. And sometimes the time change can make things hard. Like it's
Yeah. Well,
6 in the
I mean,
morning
actually,
here.
you're doing way better right now than Amanda.
That's true. That's true.
Amanda set this time, and she's stuck at work. So here we
That's
are.
right.
Yep. She might come in here and she might be here in 2 seconds. We don't know. I think it's very 2025 of you to be to be not just working in the cab, but recording a podcast in the cab.
It is very 2025 of me. I love that though. I think that's
Yeah. I know. It's great.
I think what you said about like where in the world is Noah, there was definitely a time. It hasn't happened since we've started this podcast, in my opinion, but there's definitely been a time where every time I answer the phone with somebody, I'm in a different part of the world. And like a couple years ago, between I think it was October to January, I was in LA for 12 days. And people were just like, "Where the hell are you? Where are you going? Where do you keep ending up?" And that's I love that. I love being, being the person who on a random Tuesdays in a strange country.
Yeah, I lived that life a little bit, and I loved it. It's a different seasons for different times of life. I love that too. It's like I really believe that we can do it all, have it all. We just can't have it all at the same time.
Yeah,
That's the way I look at it.
yeah, definitely hard to have it all at the same time. There's no reason to stop working just because you're traveling. I totally understand the logic behind having a vacation and like turning off, which sounds wonderful.
But that's not what you're out here. That's not what you're there for.
But that's not what I'm here for.
Right. Oh my God, I love it. Are you beaching it up?
I will beach it up a little bit. I was thinking about doing a scuba diving thing, but genuinely I have no plans really in Bali. So we'll see what happens.
Oh my God, I love this. I was just in Mexico, right? So I checked my passport that I got renewed, I don't know, right before the pandemic, right in pandemic. And it depressed me because there was no stamps in it. I was like, oh my God. Because my 2 before that are full. Because that was my life when I was doing a lot of, that was a different season of life. Oh, I'm going to be really sad if Amanda doesn't make it today. I really thought I was going to see you guys both at the same time today. I assume you have not listened to our podcast. Is this a safe assumption?
Oh, of course.
Okay. So she has a lot of updates. The biggest one, in my opinion, that she did not drop at all on us to is that she is getting her degree.
Nice.
Degree she never got because she ran away with the circus.
Right.
So she's starting those classes like next
What is
week.
she doing?
She's just doing community college. She believes that she's going to try to get a degree in marketing.
Sweet.
So she is on the road to being possibly the busiest version of Amanda we've ever seen, because she is doing all of her work and she's going to be a full-time student.
Yeah. Luckily, she works till 2 a.m, so
and sleeps for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Luckily.
And
she is looking at getting a flex aerial space in LA that she can rent out for events and stuff and all these things, and then a renting of a space in where her family lives on the East Coast. That was her update the other day that you missed.
Nice. Well, I know we had secretly talked about
how we thought that's what it was.
And I feel like a while ago we talked about, like, in super secret, not on the podcast, about her somewhere on the East Coast. So that's so exciting.
It's so exciting. Over here in San Antonio, it is crunch time because we need to be out of our current rental by the 31st of July. And we, of course, took on the kind of large project of completely painting the interior white before any furniture goes in. And I have to say, it is currently winning the war on us. It's bad.
Are you doing the landlord special, or are you really painting it?
No, we're not doing the landlord special. No, we're really painting it. And I really, like, every brush stroke, I'm like, imagine in 5 years when you look at this wall, be mad if you did it really sloppy. That's what I'm saying to myself every single time I put any paint on the wall. So it's winning the battle. We're down right now. We're down. And then this bean, I just came back from Mexico, which was magical, although there's a lot of poop stories involved that I will not express again. Yeah, there's a lot of poop stories I'm not going to go into because we did it the whole entire last episode. It was literally the poop episode. And then this bean is like, Mommy, I don't see you anymore. And I'm like, okay, let's balance this somehow.
Can you give me a 30-second recap of the pooping of Mexico?
Poop story. Okay, so I have IBS anyway. As you and I talked, I had an ear infection. I was just off my antibiotics. So on Friday, I finished antibiotics. On Saturday, I was still having a lot of gurgling in my ear and a lot of ear pain. Mm-hmm. And I was flying, so I was self-medicating. And I was drinking at 9 a.m. in the morning at the airport with my students because I was like, we're going on a trip. Let's do this. So I drank during the day on the first day. And then a lot of healthy, beautiful food. Like we had tamales and tacos, and there's a salad on every, like beautiful salads and avocados and papayas and mangoes and pineapples. And my body doesn't usually eat all that healthy food, honestly. There's a lot of fiber. So by Tuesday, I'm slightly constipated. Tuesday night, I give birth to the biggest poo of my life. Very painful, by the way.
Like she's giving birth to a baby.
Like I was giving birth to a baby, but it was a poo baby. And then I went into 4 days of photo shoots because I had 15 students. And so it was 2 night shoots, 2 morning shoots, and then 4.5 hours of teaching every day. And
all
then
of which, by the way, came out fantastic. I saw the photos that you posted, and I was like, whoa.
I know, my aerial babies look hot, right?
It was really good.
I know.
Like all the light stuff is very cool.
I know. Stuart, the photographer there, he is such a creative genius, just nestled in this little pocket of Mexico. I became Mexican when I was there. I was like, buenos dias every morning. So then by Thursday, I think I got some ocean water in my mouth. We went on a lagoon, whatever, and then the watery butt started, and it lasted through and I got it to stop right before I got on the airplane.
The Montezuma's revenge.
The Mexican handshake, whatever you want to call it. But it was magical, and I'm addicted to I miss my LA students so much. I want to grow the community because we had a couple people out from my other communities, and it was just this has happened in my life before in different eras. But in this new era, I felt very strongly this is my calling. This is what I should be doing. Mm. I should be teaching this thing and creating community, and how lucky I am to be able to call this my job. So I had a moment like that, and it helps when the tough moments come, which happened right after I got home.
And you need to paint a house.
And I need to paint the house. Because, the thing is, we're at this moment where also we just got notice that our tenants in Delaware are leaving at the end of August. And we have to get new tenants in. So it's it never ends. But at the same time, this is what we're in for, and it's okay. Me and Asa just got snippy at each other today. And this is hilarious. This is ridiculous, okay? Because we're both painting the same house. But basically, he bought a bunch of paint and stuff, and he's gonna spray the house, do the spraying. But the thing is, when you're spraying, you have to prep the whole house. You have to cover every inch of it.
Right.
And my job is to do the corners and do the cutting. And so I've been at the house for the last 2 nights for hours cutting. And so he gets there and he's right off of 8 hours of work, and the whole week has been kind of draining, and there's no paint left in the bucket because I used it all. And so he's oh, I'm sure he cussed me out in that moment. I wasn't there. But it's because I'm painting too. I wanted to remind him, because in my mind as a partner, I'm just oh, he's going to see the house and be look how much work I've done. And in his mind, he's oh my God, there's no paint left. Right. And I have to go to Home Depot. I'm oh my God. So we're there. Everything's fine. But you know what I'm saying? In his mind, he's having one story. In my mind,
there's an added step now. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm yeah, but I've been painting our corners.
But I did good. But I did good. And he's God damn it, there's no more paint left. I was gonna start, Yeah,
so
what the hell do I do now?
what the hell? Now I have to like go back to Home Depot. Like going to Home Depot is like going to the grocery store on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh
You're
my
like,
God.
no,
It's
I
the
don't want to.
worst. It's the worst.
It's the worst. So I really think, like, I've been talking to Amanda, like, talking to, like, just random conversations. I'm realizing people are actually, I know, Bean. People are actually listening to our podcast for some reason.
I know. It's really great. I love every time you send me an email that's like somebody's response or somebody's interested in like being on it. Like I love getting those emails and reading. I know I don't really respond to them because I'm like, Kerry will decide if she wants to bring them on or not. But I'm like, I love reading them because it's just great to hear how like people are engaging with it and people are liking it. And I have my couple of friends, Adam Halpern, you know who you are, who listen to the podcast. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to call my friend out right now. My best friend Adam, who listens to this podcast, I mentioned Muhlenberg the other day when we were talking about the person who runs the studio that you're in Kentucky.
Yeah. Jessica J, yeah.
That you chatted with, and my friend Mary Rollins, who told me about it. And he calls me and he was like, I cannot believe you brought up Muhlenberg, where we went to school together, where we met, and you didn't mention me once.
Oh, no, you were in trouble.
So I got in trouble, and this is my apology, my public apology to Adam Halpern, so that he can no longer be mad at me. But no, I've really enjoyed like reading your emails and hearing about how people are enjoying it, and I'm glad that they're either, you know, getting something beneficial out of it. Maybe they're learning something. Maybe they're just entertained. I think that, you know, not that I listen to it, but I think that it's great.
Well, two things that I wanted to get your opinion on, because I did this with Amanda last week. Okay, number one, I did an interview this morning because I know that you and Amanda are really busy this summer. I just am backing up with some of my friends who run their businesses and stuff just to give us some guests. And I interviewed Sloan Bella this morning, who is a student of both me and Amanda. And she's a psychic medium who has gone viral.
Ooh.
Yeah, so she went viral a couple years ago, and now she's like, I mean, talk about monetizing your YouTube. Yeah. Like, that's what we talked about, like how to monetize. And I asked her advice on how we could take next steps in our business, because I kind of told her where we're at. So that's coming, guys. And then number two, LA Pop-Up. I wanted to talk about LA Pop-Up because here is my thoughts, okay? Here's my thoughts of a imaginary itinerary. It's a Saturday,
for all
Sunday.
Our listeners, I'm nodding in serious
You're
agreement.
nodding. My one question is, okay, we are going to have cement floors. We are not having a dance floor ability in the space that we are thinking about. Mm-hmm. Would you be interested in teaching a mixology class, a clowning class? What kind of class would you be interested in teaching? Now, it doesn't have to be the same people. Like, because it's a pop-up and it's not an inclusive, people can just come to one class. They don't have to sign up for the entire weekend.
Totally.
So are you having thoughts on what you might want to teach to an LA audience?
Yeah, I mean, when you guys said it to me, when you guys had the idea and texted me, I definitely thought about it. I think personally, well, first of all, where would it be? You're saying it has a concrete floor, so obviously you have an idea of where this would be already.
Okay, so our friend Sloan Bella, the person that I just interviewed, we just spent a week in Mexico. So she has transformed her warehouse space in Pacoima that she had already owned into an aerial space. It's not just an aerial space. So she has a big space. It's concrete, like a shiny concrete floor she just finished. It's going to be 6 aerial points. Off on one part of it is going to be a podcast studio because she's got a podcast. Nice. And then she's going to have a red light, like infrared therapy room in there. And like, it's going to be a flex space and we would rent from her. There's just not a dance ability, which is why I mentioned it, because I know that you would like to teach that potentially. And we don't necessarily have that ability there.
But there is an aerial ability.
There's an aerial ability. There's 6 points. There's a bungee ability. We'd have to bring her equipment in, but I don't think that's a problem. Amanda just acquired like 6 Cirque du Soleil mats for like $650.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So she's got mats. Sloan will have some mats in there too, but we'll have to bring our silks or whatever we decide to bring in. But that's the capability we have at this new space in Pacoima.
So here's what I thought. I thought if I was going to teach something, I thought maybe I could do a comp class. I could do composition.
Oh, composition class? Oh, aerial composition.
Yeah. Because I feel like that is something that is so regularly missing from studios and from people's opportunity. So I would love to do a comp class. I think that would be fun. I could also do every class I teach usually has some connection to history, but I could do like a circus history course. And we could talk about circus history. We could talk about composition in circus history. I could, of course, do a clowning class. That's always fun. And what I was going to say in terms of the mixology stuff, I personally think teaching a mixology class is kind of a waste of time. But if we did part of this pop-up thing, I could do one of the cocktail events as like our social hour event that like could conclude it as everybody hangs out and drinks and has a good time.
Okay, so here's my imaginary itinerary. It's a Saturday, Sunday. Amanda and I both take a day. So Amanda takes two 2-hour workshops, like at 10 a.m. to noon, lunch break. All right. 1 o'clock to 3, second class. And then Noah is the rest of the day there. So whether it's one of your physical classes into a cocktail event in the same space. And then the next day, Kerry or Amanda takes an aerial day, 10 to noon, 1 to 3. And at 3:30 through the rest of our day, we do a Q&A that turns into a podcast.
Ooh, that sounds great.
Yeah. So there's also an idea to like do another type of Q&A on Saturday. But if you'd actually do a movement class, then that would complete the Saturday itinerary. We could do a cocktail event on both evenings if we sell for it. I was thinking we could do a price structure where like, people can drop into a class or they could take the whole weekend, So there's a lot of planning involved on this, but I think it's totally possible, especially because we're not housing or feeding people.
I agree with that completely. Yeah, I think that sounds super fun. Obviously we'll talk through it and figure out exactly how it works, but
yeah, it's the when. When is the big question. Where are you now, Noah?
I'm at the airport.
Okay, so when is your flight?
It's at It's at 9:30 a.m. my time, which is in 2.5 hours for you.
Oh, so you have 2.5 hours before your flight, and you have to go through security and all that?
Yes.
Do you have that feeling right now of freedom in the airport that you have told me about?
Yes.
Very
much so. I love getting to the airport. It's my favorite thing.
That is not necessarily what people think about the airport.
I know. It's such a weird thing, but I just fucking love the airport. It's because it's okay. Honestly, like, hear me out. This is my pitch. This is my airport pitch.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
The airport is a place of endless possibilities. Okay, you arrive and you can literally go anywhere. Like you can be anywhere on the planet very quickly. It is an amazing thing. So like, there's two things that I say like regularly when I travel and like when I go to amazing places. The first is, and I always say it when I'm in Yosemite, I always like look at whoever I'm with and I'm like, this is always here. This is just always here. No matter what we're doing, like no matter where you are on the planet, this is here. Just at all times. And like, I think that's so funny and like a really like weird way of thinking about reality. Like, no matter where you are, like, I'm in an airport in Bangkok, but like Yosemite still exists. Yosemite is still Yosemite.
Does that make you feel like you don't need to visit Yosemite because it'll always be there?
No, not at all. It makes me feel like I always want to be there because it's always there. And then
Got it.
the second part of it is like the second piece of that, which is what I just said, is I was in Yosemite 4 days ago, and now I'm in Bangkok in the airport. Like this we live in a crazy fucked up time, but like we also live in an amazing time where you can literally travel across the planet in the span of 24 hours and be in a completely different place with a completely different culture, with a completely different understanding of the world. And all these things just are simultaneously existing. And that is what an airport is. That is literally like the airport is the gateway to all of that. And
It's the gateway.
yeah, it's fucking awesome. I love airports.
I love this perspective.
I mean, yeah,
Absolutely.
just apply. This is just always here. And where can you be in 24 hours? And I think everything, and then the world is amazing, in my opinion. And that's from someone who has very little faith in, humanity in the world. So,
Travel changes your perspective so much. Like, for example, when I got back into the first airplane that I got back into flying back from Mexico, I hadn't felt air conditioning for a week.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
I was like, what is this?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
What is this? And you're just like, you can get conditioned to different conditions so quickly
Yeah,
if you allow yourself to be flexible,
very much.
So I am very happy that I'm in the era that I'm in, watching you be in the era that you're in, because I can do it without being too jealous.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel that way. I just am excited for you because I at some point I'm going to have an era like that again, I think, when she's older, because I want to show her the world as well.
Yeah.
But we're not in that right now.
Well, and
it's okay.
and it's okay. And like when I see people traveling, I get jealous. I get like, oh fuck, I want to be doing that all the time. When I am traveling, I feel really good. And when I like most of the people who I know who are like very homebodies, I don't really get it. And I sort of reached a point where I'm like, okay, I don't get it, but that's okay. I don't have to get it right now. I might get it later. And that's how it'll work. I don't have to get it right now.
I'm like equally excited for my high school reunion that's coming up in 3 weeks.
Oh yeah,
Which is so funny.
I saw
Because
you.
I'm literally traveling. Yeah, I'm literally traveling to the smallest little town ever. I mean, it's not. I've seen smaller towns, but like it's pretty small. And I just reconnected today with one of my best friends from high school.
Aw.
And it just feels nice because we had such good relationships. I hadn't spoken to these people in a long time, but what's wonderful, and I'm sure you felt this, is that you don't really have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can just pick up, and it's okay
Pick up
that
right where
everybody
you
has
left
busy
off.
lives. Picked up right where you left off, which is amazing. So I'm glad to see that we have the talented chest hair out today.
Is that what you're seeing?
It's out a little bit
That's-
because I'm seeing you from the ground up. He's got the phone a little bit lower.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm looking for random shit in the airport.
I'm still I still believe that one day we will get you and Amanda on the same Zoom call.
It'll happen.
But I guess not today. She apparently is very, very busy today, so it's okay.
Well, I'll make you a deal. If I'm not on my plane yet and she shows up, just text me and call me back and I'll be there.
Okay, so perfect. Okay, so safe flight unless you get another text message from me.
Sounds good. Come say goodbye, Bean. I don't want to get fired for not showing up, for not saying goodbye again.
And don't forget, do do say goodbye next time you have to go somewhere. Okay, mister?
Okay, Bean. I promise.
Thank you so much for tuning in. You can find Amanda Ritchie at Grounded in Flight on Instagram and at Noah Dach on Instagram, as well as Red Flags app. And me, Kerry Wee, you can find at wrapyourheadaroundsilks.com. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We have so much more coming at you, including guests that are in this art world, that are blazing their way through new businesses, and just more banter from us. Thank you for listening. This is The Artist Entrepreneur.